Dear Boomers, hello. I'm taking a gratitude break and thinking about all the good things that are coming my way. I caught myself getting in a little bit of a funk, and I caught myself and brought myself right out, consciously and deliberately, may I add. And then, of course, when you do notice these things arising that are not very conducive to elevated emotions, what you do is just breathe. Just breathe. That's all anybody can do in this world. Just breathe. Breathing, it's interesting when you're involved in in different projects and you are racing ahead and thinking about all the things that have to be done. And of course, if you have a full-time job, that is a very good reason to freak out. But it's not really. It's just an excuse. So what we do is we understand that breathing is our greatest teacher. And the only thing you can do with breathing is to breathe in and breathe out. You can't do 10 breaths at once. You can't do 5 breaths at once. You can only do one at a time. And that is really a good way to live life. You can't do more than one step at a time. You can't do more than one breath at a time. And to freak out and think about that there isn't enough time, I don't have any time to meditate, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I'm going to quit. Basically, we can't do that. We have to be very, very cognizant of the way we're thinking, which can be self-sabotaging, and we have to be conscious of everything that is happening around us. And right now, it's 70 degrees, but I think it's cold out. There's this kind of cold wind. I sat in the sun, I think I'd have a chance of warming up, which I will do during my gratitude pause. I'm pausing for gratitude today. And all morning long, I've created different things for a project we are undertaking, buying lead ads, Facebook lead ads. So I did create one, but I don't like the way it looks. And it's just not really tech savvy, but you know what? The more you do this stuff, the more tech savvy you become. And these technological challenges merely help us to become more technologically savvy. And I can't pretend to be technologically savvy, though. I have to take that a step at a time and realize that it's all going to come together and it's all going to work together like a jigsaw puzzle or like some sort of high-level magical thing that's going to work because I'm working it. It's not just going to work because I hope it works, and that's about all I do. I have to work at it diligently, consciously, and with great appreciation for all these things that are happening for me. The universe is working for me, and I am working for the universe. It is a wonderful back and forth. It's a wonderful relationship, and I'm very happy about it. Pretty soon I have to go pick up Pearl's medicine. I'll take Maso along so we can weigh him. He should be about 30 pounds, but he could be more because suddenly I think he's had a little bit of a growth spurt. He is filling out, and he's the biggest Boston Terrier anybody has ever seen. His own father is 22 pounds, and and he is probably 32 pounds, possibly 32 pounds. They're saying, this wind today could cause a wildfire if anybody drops a match or anything, which is hard to believe because we've had so much rain. But nevertheless, any kind of wind will ignite some kind of fire situation. So there's nothing like that happening here. But when fires start, they're hard to stop when the winds are going 25, 50 miles an hour. Pearlie, honey. So Pearlie gets medicine twice a day for her arthritis, and then shots once a month for her arthritis. She gets glucosamine shots. And then I do that treatment that I talked about recently, and I also do treatments that are not hands-on. I actually take the breath through the heart and send it out to her poor little hips that sometimes are a little bit too much for her. She is 12 years of age, and we know what happens around this time. We never know when it's going to happen, but we know it will. And I also know that she will be joining the one who loved her so much, Tommaso. Oh. And it's all good. I enjoyed myself yesterday talking to Will Johnson about meditation and marijuana. And it was a wonderful thing that I need to now schedule some other interview. And I might look on YouTube itself and see what kind of channels I can affiliate myself with, and maybe talk to these people about something or other that have to do with boomer, and senior citizens who are younger than they really know that they are. In this day and age, we are younger than our parents were at our age. And at my age, my mother had already passed. She had had a stroke. So I don't think that's going to happen to me right now. I'm involved in too many things that I love to do, and I'd like the idea of getting outside maybe once an hour and work, and then go in and work. I can't work out here because it's too windy, and pretty soon I will be able to work out here, but I also have to work on the yard, which I love to do. There's lots of mulberry trees that need to be cut down. So the thing is, if I went to work, I wouldn't be able to do any of these outdoor activities in my backyard. And I wouldn't be able to take the breaks that I like to take as I enhance my business with Dean Holland, and as I build my YouTube channel and do all these things that I love to do. And get outside. And pretty soon when I go to pick up Pearl's medicine, I can take little Mossy with me, and we'll weigh him. And these are the sorts of things that I couldn't do before. I have to go to work at night, and then I'd have to sleep during the day, and then it would take me several days to recover after doing this sort of thing. But now that is over, and I'm into a new way of living. And Will Johnson is so cool because he's a boomer too. Yeah, in fact, sometime during the interview, I said, "We are the boomers. We are the boomers." He thought that was funny. Pretty soon we're going to have another 3-hour meditation with Will Johnson. We do it by Zoom, and as we mentioned yesterday, Zoom is a very interesting platform for feeling close to people, for being able to look into their eyes as you speak, being able to do all kinds of things on Zoom that is very intimate, really, especially when you're looking into somebody's eyes and you are enhancing the conversation. One thing I did do that I don't know if anybody noticed was I didn't say anything. For instance, when Will Johnson, it's enough, Pearl. When Will Johnson would say something I agreed with, I didn't say yes or yes. I kept my mouth shut. Because one thing I don't like when I see other interviews is when somebody who is listening to the person they are interviewing constantly saying, yes, oh yes. Well, we don't care what you think. We're listening to Will Johnson. They're not listening to me. And I don't need to make some kind of exclamation every time he says something I agree with. That's one thing I've learned by watching interviews over the years. I don't know about you, but I don't know what you think about that. Do you mind when people constantly make some sort of comment as they are doing interviews? let me know. That's cool. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.